So you're probably wondering why I have a box of dry mac and cheese up here with me. And perhaps this box of dry mac and cheese was the single shift that I had in my understanding of leadership. So you would always make leadership into this thing that one day, maybe someday, we could get to. Leadership was about transformational change. It was about changing the world. It was about having huge movements. I would take this identity of leadership and only ever give it to those who were huge in nature and in persona. And it was this box of dry mac and cheese that completely shifted that perspective. I learned that leadership is about making another person feel like they belong.
His story is so incredibly inspirational.
He touched every single person in the room with his words.
He instantly captured me.
It was an incredible presentation.
I grew up in a neighborhood called Banyai in Ottawa. We came from Kuwait in 1998. We immigrated here. We didn't come with a lot of money. My dad came as an immigrant with my mother. They were older, but they really were seeking a better life here.
He's such an incredible, inspirational speaker. I was just floored by his energy.
He was really dynamic, and that allows the audience to really lean in and engage with what he was saying.
We were involved in camps when we were younger. We went to all these overnight camps. Well, my friend in high school said, Fahd, I want to start this camp for children in the lower town community of where we grew up in, for low-income children who never had an opportunity. And I remember on the first day of the camp, me and my friends were standing in front of the school like this. We had no idea if the kids were going to show up. And on that first day, 20 kids showed up. The parents brought them in, and we played a few games, and then it was snack time. The kids are taking out their candy.
My day's super excited, like, yeah, this is gonna be good.
And then this next kid, standing right next to me, pulls out a box of dry mac and cheese.
And he looks at me dead in the eye and says, I like dry mac and cheese.
Like 16-year-old me was just about to, you know, like what the heck? Who likes that? Luckily, we had senior counselors, and he comes running in. He's like, oh my God, is that dry mac and cheese? And the kid's eyes just glow up, and he goes, mm-hmm. And the counselor says, well, can I have some? And the kid says, mm-hmm.
And then the kid with the Dunkaroos, and the kid with the fruit roll-ups, and even the kid with the sweet chili heat Doritos, all turn to this one kid and say, trade ya.
And I'm just standing back here watching this happen thinking, are these fools out of their mind? And I pull my co-counselor aside, I pull him aside, and I say, what are you doing? What was that? He said, Fahd, sometimes we have to make split-second decisions that can change the course of someone's life. At the end of camp, I got an email from his mother, and the subject line read, what have you done with my child?
Oh my God, he was never supposed to eat the dry mac and cheese.
She says, my child has been to special schools and special programs. He's been seeing psychologists and psychotherapists. Recently, we've come to understand that he has severe social anxiety. And he's never been able to make friends on his own. But today, he's in the park by himself, making friends. That kid went from possibly being the laughing stock of the entire cabin, because I was about to laugh at him, to one of the coolest kids at camp. In that moment, I learned that leadership is not a noun, it's not an identity. It's a verb, it's an action. True leadership is about making another person feel like they belong.
His ability to bring things full circle, from a box of mac and cheese all the way to the incredible work he's done in nonprofits and philanthropy is excellent. The whole entire group was very engaged with everything he was saying.
We're really touched with the stories and the impact that Fahd has had, but also contemplating the impact that we have and the work that we do as educators.
I challenge us to create these moments of belonging, moments of dry mac and cheese, where we can just step up in our everyday lives and make a difference.